Welcome everybody to game number 4 here at Delta Dental Stadium. Your Reading Fightin' Phils will take on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats tonight in just a couple of minutes. The series is Reading 2 games to the Fisher Cats 1. Reading lost last night's game in the bottom of the 9th inning when the Fisher Cats had 4 runs to take the lead and walk it off. Reading was pretty much in control of that entire game. Tough to see them lose it at the last minute, but does not mean it was still a great game at the ballpark. 11 hits for your Reading Fightin' Phils. A couple of guys with multi-hit days. Very, very impressive all around. And the start out of Jack Perkins, just 5 hits and 1 earned run, was pretty impressive. Jack Conley with a 3-run home run, and Reading getting on the board. But we'll see what tonight has in store for us. Game 70 in the books here against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. It is going to be Adam Leverett on the mound for the Reading Fightin' Phils against Casey Lawrence for the Fisher Cats. This game is being played away. This is in Manchester, New Hampshire at Delta Dental Stadium, the home of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Emily Messina on the air with you here live from the ballpark, bringing you today's contest. A beautiful day here in New Hampshire, hot and sunny. And there are shadows midway across the field, the entire infield in the shadows. The umpires just signaling for the lights to be turned on. Don't want any weird fly balls or pop-ups to drop in. And Casey Lawrence getting ready on the mound now. He'll set the face off Archimedes Gamboa, who is going to shift into that leadoff spot as Josh Stephen gets the day off today. Lawrence has some time in the bigs against numerous teams. Lawrence has the all-time wins record for the Fisher Cats as well. 24 wins in 31 quality starts. And if he has 2 more starts, he will have the record for the most starts in franchise history, and is just one of 2 members of the 20-win club. And a fun fact about Casey Lawrence, actually, from our neck of the woods, went to Albright College, as the first offering comes in downstairs to Gamboa. The first pitch coming in at 7:07 here at Delta Dental Stadium, and it is a ball as we get underway against New Hampshire on this beautiful Friday night for a baseball game. Lawrence, leg high kick, fires home. This one is a called strike. July 23rd, as we are winding down the month of July. Can't believe how fast it is going. Lawrence stands tall on the mound. The righty sends one home. Gamboa ices it up the first baseline. A diving tally can't come up with it. He's going to hustle to second as Ormiole plays it off of the wall. And Gamboa with a leadoff double here for the Fightin' Phils. Exactly what you'd ask out of him. He started the season in the leadoff position, but then a couple of other guys, Daniel Brito, just really stepped up to the plate. So they bumped him down a little bit, usually in the top half, though. 17 starts batting first in the lineup. And we see him there today, making his 18th and making the most out of it as Bryson Stott heads up to the plate. The lefty steps in against the righty. This is Lawrence's first Double-A start. Spent the rest of the season upstairs in Triple-A, so was playing in Trenton, where the Buffalo Bison were playing at that moment in time. Played 13 games up there, 3 starts, so only his 4th start of the season. 23 total innings for the righty. Struck out 24, so averaging about 1 an inning. He'll look back at Gamboa on second. Now he'll come home to Stott, and 2 straight balls. Pruitt out and left today, Young in center. And Ormoleye over in right. Vicuña shifting to third. The late scratch of Groshans. Vicuña coming in. Martin at short. Lopez over at second base. And, of course, Talley at first with Vigil behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now to Bryson Stott. Stott up the first base side. This one is right to Talley. He'll make the play unassisted, but Gamboa finds his way over to third base. And a good start here for Reading as they've got a runner in scoring position with just 1 away. Here's Madison Stokes now as Grenny Kumana will be batting in the cleanup spot, and rightfully so. A .417 batting average since getting his Double-A start for the season just about a week ago at this point. Lawrence fires one home upstairs to Stokes. Behind the plate tonight is the crew chief, Matt Carleone, calling the balls and strikes, while Jude Corey over at first, and Gabe Alfonso shifting to third. Stokes takes the called strike, and it's 1-1. The Fightins have a runner on first, the opportunity to strike first, as Gamboa is over at third base. And another ball here to Stokes. It's 2-1. The entire outfield in the sun, with the infield in the shade here. As Lawrence sends one home, Stokes chases downstairs. And it's 2-2. A good frame by Vigil behind the plate, but doesn't get the call from Carleone. And so it's a full count here to Madison Stokes with Gamboa over at third. Casey Lawrence just added to the roster on the 21st, coming down from AAA. So fairly new to this ballpark and to this Double-A roster. Outside to Stokes he goes, and the Fightins will have runners on the corners now, with just 1 away for their cleanup guy, Grenny Kumana. Kumana stepping into the batter's box. And with runners on the corners and just 1 out, the Fightins are looking to strike first. Lawrence offers Kumana right to the shortstop. They're going to get 2, 6-4-3, and that will do it to end the inning. The Fightins threaten, but they fail to score here in the top of the first, so we'll go scoreless into the bottom half here at Delta Dental Stadium.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin' fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through third grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Well, Adam Leverett comes out for his third start here for Reading after being called up last week to fill in some gaps. He'll face off against Austin Martin, who fouls one back. The Fightins did not score in the top half, although they threatened. They went down on a double play. And we'll see if Leverett can shut them down quickly so they have a chance to bat again. We'll face off against Austin Martin. Chavez, Young, and Otto Lopez, all three of those guys had a fantastic game yesterday. As the righty Leverett pitches the 1-1, a ground ball left side, a diving Stott can't come up with it, and it'll be a base hit to start things off for the Fisher Cats. Stott over at short today as Stokes gets the start at second base. We talked about a lot how he's played 5 different defensive positions. This is his 5th start at second base this season. Luke Miller over at first, and of course, McCarthy Tatum at third. Matt Kroon back in the lineup after returning to the AA roster yesterday. And then in center is Gamboa, and Grenny Kumana getting his first start in right field after playing in left this whole time. Leverett coming home to Rodolfo Duran tonight. And he'll send in a ball to Chavez Young. Some lively fans here in the ballpark today. A large group of children. Couldn't tell if they didn't seem like perhaps they're a baseball team over there. Hard to tell, but like their effort here in cheering as a pickoff attempt comes over from Leverett. One on and nobody out as we are in the bottom of the first inning. And a called strike comes into Chavez Young. Leverett always looks down before he throws home. This time he'll check on the runner Martin over at first. Looks back at the runner once again. Now looks at Duran. And looks down. I don't know if it's at his cleat or if it's just angling his eyes. maybe more towards home plate. Hard to tell from this vantage point. But he sends a ball in to Chavez Young. The tarp was on the field from about 4 to 6 p.m. as the Fightin Phils took batting practice in the cage today. Some light thunderstorms, not as bad as I had predicted with it, although nice lightning strikes out past center field. As Young fouls it back, it's 2-2. The Phillies play the Braves once more yesterday. They dropped 7-2. Today, they already have a 1-0 lead thanks to a home run by JT Realmuto in the bottom of the first. Love to see them bounce back for a win, just like the Fightins plan on doing today. As Leverett once again goes back over to first, Martin is safe as he dives back in. Going is Martin. And you knew that was going to happen after the amount of times that Leverett has checked on him. He's going to take it when he can and send himself to second on a stolen base. And although Young checked his swing, he does not go around. So it's a full count now with a runner on second here to Chavez Young. Duran setting up on the outside of the plate here. Martin taking a nice lead off second. A swing and a miss will send down Chavez Young. And that's a big out pickup for Adam Leverett. Now he's had 2 AA starts so far this season. His first way back, just a spot start for Reading. They called him up on the road June 26th. And then called back up once again last week. Only made it through 2 innings of work, 5 hits, and 4 earned runs. Now, quite possible that he'll be part of a piggyback today with James MacArthur. That's what we saw last week. So wouldn't quite expect him to go more than 3. Tom, you know anything about that? Tom's shaking his head. So we'll have to see when it happens. But a first pitch strike here to Lopez. Leverett looks back at second. Now he comes home. Ground ball up the middle. It's fielded by Stokes over to first, and that's out number 2. Martin shifting over to third. And this is a pretty similar situation that Reading had in the top half. And we'll see if Leverett can get them to go down the same way. Scoreless. Right down the middle, a called strike to LJ Talley, who's batting in the cleanup spot today. We saw him do the same yesterday and recorded 1 hit and a sacrifice fly for the team. This one is fouled back, and I do want to correct myself because I believe earlier I said Rodolfo Duran was behind the plate, but he is not, as it is Colby Fitch getting the start behind the plate tonight. This is our first time seeing him catch since he's coming back from injury. We saw him as a designated hitter, and we saw him out in left field making his first start in the outfield since high school. But he's catching today to Adam Leverett. And the 0-2 coming in. Liner right side. It's going to drop in front of Kumana, and that'll score a run as Martin crosses home 1-0 to the Fisher Cats here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. LJ Talley reaching first with an RBI single, and it'll be Kevin Vicuña now heading up to bat. Wild pitch coming from Leverett sends Sally over to second. And now there'll be a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Infield back deep here to Vicuña. Liner center field coming in on the run, Gamboa, and he makes the catch just to the left of his head. And a big out pickup for the Fightin' Phils as they end that inning with just 1 run across the plate for the Fisher Cats. So New Hampshire leading by 1 as we go into the top of the second.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Top of the second we go. The Fightins trail by 1 run. And we did have a roster move today as Noah Skiro added to the roster from High A Jersey Shore. He'll be getting the start tomorrow with Francisco Morales starting on Sunday. And Skiro will face another High A guy getting the start in Double A, as Duran, the designated hitter tonight, sends one high in the sky on the mound. And tracking over all the way from third base is Vicuña. He runs across the mound and makes the catch closer to first base. Surprising that he's the one to do it, but he does it, and that'll be out number 1. So Luis Canones from High A Vancouver is getting the start tomorrow to face against Skiro. So 2 High A guys making their Double A debut tomorrow night. That's a 7:05 game. And then Morales will once again start against Castillo for Sunday's matinee game. It's McCarthy Tatum who's up at the plate right now. A 2-hit day for Tatum. 1 run across the plate. He'll take a first pitch strike to Casey Lawrence. Now, I mentioned earlier, Lawrence out of Albright College as Tatum sends this one back to the mound. Lawrence fielded himself. And a quick out number 2 as he sends it to first. And here's Colby Fitch. So out of Albright College and a local of Pennsylvania, so not far McSherry Town. That's where he grew up. And nice to see a D3 guy making it this far. Not often do you see those guys have serious success or even make their way into high A. Now in double A is Lawrence. But I'm sure as he played at Albright, he's had the opportunity to play at First Energy Stadium before. If you play baseball in Reading, you've probably played baseball at First Energy Stadium as Fitch takes a ball outside, because there are so many opportunities with all the showcases we do and the high school games that we do throughout Berks County, hosting, and the senior game that we did back in 2020. So I would say there's a pretty solid shot he's already played at First Energy, but would be nice if he's still on the roster when the team comes back. I'm sure he can have a lot of local support. Although obviously the Fightin' Phils fans root for a guy on the other team could be tough. Here's the 1-2 to Fitch. He holds off on an offering downstairs. Yesterday, Colby Fitch, 3 walks, a stolen base, and a double. He was all over the place yesterday, and was key for the Fightin' Phils tonight, getting the start behind the plate. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Casey Lawrence here in the top of the second, and it will send Adam Leverett right back to the mound for another half inning of work as Reading trails by 1.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the Our Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Well, after a 1-2-3, top of the second, Adam Leverett comes out to face Rodrigo Vigil here in the bottom half. New Hampshire with a 1-0 lead, and it seems as though their video board has dropped out here in the bottom of the second. Tom, what are you going to do without the radar? He brought his own. Don't worry. He's got his own radar gun. He can keep us in the loop. As Leverett kicks and fires to Rodrigo Vigil. Infield back deep as a strike call comes in now. Leverett needed 17 pitches to get out of the first. 2 base hits and a wild pitch and a stolen base from Austin Martin allowed them to take a 1-run lead. And Vigil sends this one up the left side in the gap. And it's a base hit to start off the second. Oramolier now comes up after getting the day off yesterday. Fans saw him play on Wednesday's game 0 for 4. But he will get the start and right today. His first time up with a runner on first and nobody out. Ground ball right to Stokes. They're going to turn 2, 4, 6, 3. They get the job done. A big pickup there from Adam Leverett. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Hard to do it better than that. 2 away now for Nick Podkul. Nick Podkul, another interesting story, came off the injured list. 651 today. They sent out that roster move. Pushing it a little bit close. But he'll get the start as the designated hitter today. Hit the IL late June with a hamstring injury. Was hustling around first base trying to haul out to second. And pulled his hamstring, so need a little bit rehab time as Leverett gets a first pitch strike to him. But was a star for the team, a really bright spot in their lineup. So they'll start him off slow today as just the designated hitter. And Leverett kicks and fires home. This one a little bit too far downstairs. When Leverett was out at Jersey Shore, he had a 1.56 ERA. And a sub-1 whip. Really successful in New Jersey. And we've seen glimpses of that already here in Double-A, where the talent much higher. A big jump for a lot of these younger guys. And Leverett really handling the pressure well. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Nick Podkul as he's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. This one fouled back, and the count evens at 2. Reading in their road grays once again today. They've got that navy and red ball cap on with the white R in cursive. And home whites, of course, for the Fisher Cats. At their home ballpark. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And the Reading trails by 1. Adam Leverett trying to get his team out of the bottom half. They can bat in the top of the third. Here's the 2-2 high in the sky into shallow center field. Gamboa coming in. He's going to call off Kumana. And he'll make the catch. A nice outing there on just a couple of pitches for Leverett. He'll send his team up to bat in the third as they trail by 1.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Here we go into the top of the third inning. Your Reading Fightin' Phils are down by just a run, and we're going to start things off here in the top of the third with Luke Miller. Miller sends the first pitch he sees foul up the first base side. It'll be Miller, Matt Kroon. And then back to the top of the order with Gamboa. Kroon has not seen a Reading Fightin' Phils jersey since May 11th. A slow roller off the bat of Miller, but they say it bounced foul. And he was hustling down to first. I think he might have had a shot, although Vicuña charging at third. But Miller's got some hustle to him. So he'll have to slowly walk back to the plate. Jack Perkins playing bat boy down there today. And the 0-2 offering, a swing and a miss, strike three for Miller. And so he'll head back to the dugout without number one. And here's Matt Kroon. Now, like I said, hasn't played in a Reading uniform since May 11th. 5 games for the Fightin' Phils before he was injured, recorded 3 hits and walked once for 188 average. Was rehabbing his right shoulder contusion for quite a while, then was sent to Jersey Shore on July 17th, played 4 games, kind of just getting himself back game ready as a slow roller goes foul. And had a nice 3 hits there, 2 doubles, batted .278. And now he's back here with Reading, his first game since being added back to the roster just yesterday. And Lawrence kicks and fires home outside. Kroon slices this one up the left field line. It's going to be bounce fair all the way to the wall, goes Pruitt, and he kind of shoves it into the wall. A stand-up double for Matt Kroon. The most silent extra base hit I've ever heard. I don't know if because we're on the road, but he just did that so quietly, and now he's in scoring position. His first hit here in Double-A since the month of May. Congratulations there to Matt Kroon. Nice to see him back in it. And so he's on second with 1 out for Archimedes Gamboa. A nice 70 degrees here in New Hampshire. Some clouds in the sky, but overall a really nice night here at the ballpark. A slight breeze. If anything, it's going left to right, but that flag mainly hanging down by the pole. So really slight breeze as Gamboa takes a ball. Lawrence spent 3 seasons in Major League Baseball with Seattle and Toronto. Was originally signed by the Blue Jays in 2010. Then spent some time in the Twins minor league system and in indie ball before being re-signed by Toronto once again in May of 2021. And like I said before, played mostly in AAA, but now getting the start here in AA as Gamboa takes another ball. It is 2-0. Lawrence looking back at Kroon on second. Kroon is jumpy out there. And instead, Lawrence comes home to Gamboa. This one is a called strike at the knees. Kroon did not have any stolen bases in the 5 games he played for Reading. So we'll see what he can do today, though I'm telling you, I think he's going to try it. We've seen a couple this series out of Gamboa and Colby Fitch coming home as Lawrence too far downstairs this time, and it's 3-1. Gamboa was really producing for the Fightin Phils in the leadoff spot earlier in the season. Had a league high in walks, but has since settled down in that spot. If we could see his patience rise back at the plate, he'll really fall well into the role of leadoff guy. Although Josh Steven with a couple of walks and a good day yesterday. Gamboa at home. And Lawrence steps off. He's looking back at Kroon on second. Martin over at short is trying to keep an eye on him. And Martin, as we talked about, a roving defensive player yesterday in the outfield, today at short, as Lawrence comes home with a 3-1. And it's a called strike, so that'll make it full here to Gamboa with 1 runner on and 1 out. Gamboa 31 walks on the season. That puts him for 8th in the league. And Lawrence comes home with the payoff pitch. It's a called strike 3. And after all that, Gamboa gets sent down looking. That's the second strikeout of the inning for the Fightin Phils. And out number 2 here in the top of the 3rd. And with a runner in scoring position, here comes Bryson Stott. Stott yesterday had a double and a run scored. Having a pretty solid series. 3 hits, 3 doubles, and 2 singles. So lots of extra base hits for Bryson Stott as of late. Also had a 421-foot homer over the video board the other night. And he'll send the first pitch straight up. It's going to stay in the infield. Backing up is Lopez, and he makes the catch on the outfield grass edge for out number 3. The Fightins will strand a runner on and fail to score here in the top of the 3rd. So we head into the bottom half to watch Adam Leverett.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane, Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi. And tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Adam Leverett coming out here in the bottom of the third inning. He's going to face off the number 9 hitter, Reggie Pruitt. And he gets a ground ball into the Fightin's dugout. That's strike number 1. Leverett got a really nice double play in the second, so was able to take down the Fisher Cats 1-2-3. We'll see how he's able to fare in the third as he gets another foul ball against Pruitt. And that's strike number 2. Pruitt batting 175 on the season. Just 21 hits. And we did see him start on Tuesday, not Wednesday or Thursday, as he goes down swinging 90 miles out of the hands of Leverett. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. Strikeout number 2 for Adam, and he'll face off against the top of the order with Austin Martin, who had a base hit and the first run scored for the Fisher Cats today. Strike on the outside corner from Leverett, who's working pretty quickly here. The Fisher Cats grounds crew have had a little bit of trouble with the dirt on the mound and at the plate. They've been running out to put some more turfus on there. I'm not positive how it got so wet, considering the tarp was on for all of the rain. Guess maybe they oversprayed it, but even their pitcher was having them come out and put some turfus to try to dry it up. And so multicolored turfus in the batter's box and on the mound. But it seems to be going well for Adam Leverett as the count's 0-2 here to Austin Martin. He goes for strike number 3. And the righty sets up, glove at the chest, kicks and fires home just a bit high, and so we'll have to do it again. Same spot. And it's 2-2 now. Sun is starting to set here in Manchester, New Hampshire. We should see another nice sunset here out over the left field wall. Yesterday, a nice cotton candy sky over Delta Dental Stadium. This one jammed out into center field. Gamboa tracking back at the wall, and it'll bounce off the top. Rushing over is Kumana. Rounding to third is Martin, and the throw in is cut off. So a triple for Austin Martin here with one out in the bottom of the third. He sent that to the deepest part of the ballpark. And it just bounced off the top part of the wall where Gamboa couldn't reach it. Like we were talking about yesterday, there's about 2 feet or so between the top of the wall pads and the top of the wall, which is tough to play there if you're an outfielder. And a good thing Grenny Kumano was providing really good backup as it bounced off the wall. He was able to chase it down quickly, where the Fightins could have had more trouble than a triple. Now it's Chavez Young up at the plate. That was just Martin's second triple of the season. This one sent sky high. It's going to come out to center field. We'll see if Martin tries to tag. Coming in, the throw from Gamboa at the plate just a little bit late, but it was spot on. And Martin scores the second run of the night for the Fisher Cats. They take a 2-run lead. But that's out number 2. And I'll say a solid piece of hitting there by Chavez Young to put the ball deep enough that Martin was able to score. Obviously doesn't come out as a base hit for him. We'll get the RBI, but can't value the importance of that. As Lopez pops one up to the second base, Stokes backtracking will make the catch for out number 3, but not before another run scores for the Fisher Cats. They lead by 2 as we go into the 4th inning.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Well, as Vigil throws down to second, we'll be ready to start the top of the 4th. The Fisher Cats lead by 2. Austin Martin scoring both of those runs for his team. But it will be Madison Stokes who leads us off here in the top of the 4th. Still having trouble with the mound area as the grounds crew comes and pours more turfus out. And we'll see if Casey Lawrence has an issue with it during this half. Comes set, the first offering to Stokes. Lofted way up. Coming out, Lopez, but it's going to be Ormelole who makes the catch. And while he transitions it to his throwing hand, he drops it, but it was recorded long enough to be an out. So there's one away now for the Fightin' Phils on 1 pitch. Leverett needed 39 pitches to get through 3. Lawrence 36. And no one warming up in the bullpen for Reading, so we should see him come out for another inning of work. Rennie Kumana now up at the plate will take a pitch inside. Once again, Lawrence misses downstairs. Vigil behind the plate, really trying to get those framed calls by Matt Carleone, but he's just not seeing any on the bottom part of the zone right now. And the righty kicks and fires to Kumana. Another ball, 3-0 here. As Grenny tries to get something started for the Fightins in the top of the 4th. They trail by 2 runs, but still plenty of baseball left tonight. And he'll take a called strike at the letters, so it's 3-1. The Fightins took Tuesday and Wednesday night in supreme fashion. Last night, though, they were walked off by the Fisher Cats, so they still lead the series 2-1 If they win tonight, at the very least, they would split it. As Kumana takes a pitch inside, he'll head down to first. That is the first free pass for Kumana. And the second one given up by Lawrence today. On the other side, Leverett has not walked a batter. Here's Rodolfo Duran now. Popped up to third in his first at-bat. Duran kind of models off of Bonifacio in the fact that his right foot, he really digs in the batter's box and tries not to move it. And he does have, though, an open stance. So by that I mean that his left foot is positioned to be shoulder width apart, but back behind his right foot, so that he is an open stance facing the pitcher. And then when he takes a step, his feet come together at the top part of the plate. Runner on first now and one away, although Lawrence is going to check on Kumana over there. No stolen bases for Kumana yet, though. Would love to get himself into scoring position with his team trailing by 2. Left side 5, 4, 3. A double play for the Fisher Cats. That's their second of the day. And so that'll end the top of the 4th for the Fightin' Phils. And Adam Leverett will be called upon back for the bottom half.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Bottom of the 4th inning after the Fightin' Phils went down on another double play in the top half. LJ Talley set to lead it off here against Leverett. Talley had that RBI single back in the first. And Leverett sends a ball outside. Starting to chill up here at the ballpark as the sun fades away. And the entire field is in the shade. And the breeze picking up just slightly as we drop under 70 degrees for the first time tonight. The righty kicks and fires home for a ball downstairs. Infield back deep on that outfield grass edge to the lefty Tally. And Leverett sends home the 1-1. A called strike on the outside corner, 1-2. This one fouled back onto the roof. And so we'll have to go again with the same count, 1-2. And another foul ball yet again. Two balls, two strikes. Leverett takes a step off the mound and takes a short breath before he comes set again, getting the call from Colby Fitch behind the plate. Ground ball, a diving Miller can't come up with it. Honestly, took a really weird hop over the dirt and right over his head, maybe on the lip of that grass. There was honestly nothing that Miller could do about it. It just bounced right over his head. And a base hit to Tally here to start off the fourth. That's his second hit of the day. And here's Kevin Vicuña. On this day in Baseball Town history, July 23rd, back in 1955, Don Minnick improved to 16-0, firing his fifth shutout game of the season when Reading beat Allentown back in 1955. And Roger Maris went 2 for 4 that day. As Vicuña gets hit in the arm, he'll walk down to first gingerly, and there'll be 2 on and nobody out here for Adam Leverett and the Fightin' Phils. Now that was back when Reading was affiliated with the Indians, and some big news for the Indians today as they will be changing their name next season to the Cleveland Guardians, which has been a hot topic recently. Obviously, after the Washington Redskins are opting for a new name, spent all of last year as the Washington Football Team, which at first I think people were opposed to. And then I think it really grew on everybody. By the end of the season, people were jokingly appreciating the Washington Football Team at first, and now they really do appreciate it. This one fouled back. Fitch rips his mask off, but it's going to fall into the stands. And Vigil with an 0-1 count now. So they're going to go by the Cleveland Guardians next season. And that decision was made because it was inspired by these 2 giant landmarks. They're these stone edifices that are referred to kind of traffic guardians that are positioned right in front of the Memorial Bridge, the Hope Memorial Bridge that flanks both ends of it, that connects the downtown to the Ohio City. So that's a really big hopping area in Cleveland. And those stone edifices are really well known if you're from around there. You can see pictures of them online. The team whittled down nearly 1,200 options before choosing this after a survey of fans and settled in to Guardians. So that will happen after the season. So 2021 will be the last season of Cleveland Indians. As Leverett misses upstairs, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guardians really not that far off from Cleveland's. They share the last 5 letters, actually, in their name. Coming outside is Leverett, so it's a full count now with 2 runners on and nobody out. Some light stretching going on in Reading's bullpen now. Obviously, Leverett has an open base, but would not want to load them with nobody out. The righty looks back at Talley on second. Now he's going to come home. The payoff pitch, ground ball. It's going to stay fair. Tatum steps on third. They go over to first. And is that going to be foul? They call it foul, and Sean Williams is going to come out to talk to Carleone. That was fielded incredibly by McCarthy. Tatum over at third did exactly right, stepped on third, and the Fightins were going to turn a double play. As Tatum was standing in fair territory, reached towards the plate, towards the base, to make the catch. Sean Williams out there arguing with Corleone. And he's pointing up the third baseline. They're at the plate right now. We have seen a call overturned this year. That was at First Energy Stadium. I'm not sure Williams is going to say much to convince the crew chief here. And he doesn't, but he'll head back to the plate. Or back behind the plate, I should say, as Williams heads back into the dugout, frustrated, and rightfully so, as the calls have not been going the Fightin' Phil's way this game. Obviously, Williams having been thrown out on Tuesday's game, with the call going opposite to Brian Marconi. And this pitch on the outside corner, Carleone will end up calling out Vigil on strikes, and he looks frustrated. And I think everyone's frustrated with Carleone at this point. But he is the crew chief, and what he says goes. So there's one away now with runners on first and second from Ormolier. That's how it happens, though. Part of the nature of the game as Leverett gets Ormolier to foul one back. 0-1. Talley out on second. Vicuña over at first. There is, I should say, one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. But the Fisher Cats already have a 2-run lead as we're at the middle part of this game. Leverett looks back at Talley now. He's going to come home. This one fouled the opposite way into the stands. Hits someone on the back and bounces up. Manages to hold on to his beer, though. Always see those kinds of videos on SportsCenter Top 10. And so it's an 0-2 count now. Leverett sends one home in the dirt. A nice block by Colby Fitch keeps it in front of him. And the runners are going to stay put. The Phillies are tied with the Braves 1-1 thanks to Freddie Freeman. Had an RBI to tie things up. They're in the top of the fourth. Leverett comes home with the 1-2, another foul ball off of Ormolier. Lehigh Valley has a 3-1 lead over the Worcester Woo Sox. They're in the top of the fourth as well. And Jersey Shore leading 5-0 over Winston-Salem. A Jonathan Guzman home run, a Cole Staub home run. And another foul ball here. The count will stay 1-2. And Clearwater leading Tampa 4-3. Thrasher is having a solid season. They're at .500 right now. And the 1-2. Gets him swinging. He'll go down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts from Leverett here with 2 on. And nobody out now. There's 2 on and 2 outs here for Nick Podkul, who flew out to center. And we'll see if Leverett can get out of this inning as the Fisher Cats are threatening to put more runs on the board. Up the middle, a bouncing ball will go right into the glove of Stokes as he ranges over. He'll make the easy out at second, and that'll do it after two runners reach the first two. Leverett shuts them down, and New Hampshire keeps their two-run lead, but they don't add more as we go into the top of the fifth here at Delta Dental Stadium.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
Well, Adam Leverett gets himself out of a tough bottom of the fourth, gets two on, and then gets three back-to-back-to-back outs. And so we head into the top of the fifth as New Hampshire still leads by two. And McCarthy Tatum fouls one back into the net behind home plate. Casey Lawrence comes out for another inning of work. 45 pitches to get through four. And Tatum swings and misses, a 1-2 count now. I'd love to get something started here as we approach the middle part of this ball game. And Reading 2 hits on the board compared to the 5 hits by New Hampshire. They also have 2 runs to their name here. And the 1-2 to Tatum's in the dirt. So it'll be 2-2. Tatum, a blooper up the right side coming over is Lopez, and he makes a basket catch on the run in shallow right field. He has looked stellar over there at second these past few games. Obviously, the number 10 prospect in the Blue Jays system, but really making a name for himself. Out number 1 as Colby Fitch comes to the plate. Hard-fought battle in his last at-bat, but didn't come out on top as he takes a called strike here to start things off. The 1-1 pitch sends out to deep right field. Backing up is Young at the track. And it's a home. Oh, it's caught. Excuse me. Can't see back there. Well, not exactly the direction that I wanted that to go in. But a nice catch by Ormaloye. And that's out number 1. Here's Luke Miller now with 2 outs. And Lawrence working quickly now as Miller takes a swinging strike. A bunch of guys being signed out of indie ball we've seen this season. Lawrence being once coming out of the Atlantic League as Miller fouls it back. 0-2. Obviously, Logan Landon being signed out of indie ball as well. Still on the Fightin's roster, though getting the day off. Miller struck out in his first time up as he takes the ball outside. And Lawrence comes home. It bounces in the dirt. He checks his swing, but he doesn't go around, says Jude Corey at first. And that makes the count 2-2. Fightins have been pretty successful so far this season with 2-out rallies. And so with 2 outs now, Miller is battling in this at-bat. Started down with an 0-2 count. Now he's got it to 2-2. Only 2 hits for Reading so far today. Both of them, though, for extra bases as Gamboa and Kroon doubled. And Miller takes a pitch downstairs, so he's worked it to a full count. Lawrence setting up on the first base side of the rubber, comes home with the payoff pitch, and Miller with a late swing will strike out swinging for the second time today as the Fightins go down 1-2-3 off the hands of Lawrence. And they still trail by 2 here as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning, and we'll see if Adam Leverett comes out for another inning of work.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Well, after a 1-2-3 top half of the 5th, Adam Leverett comes out to face Reggie Pruitt, the number 9 hitter, who he got to strike out swinging in his first at-bat, and then he'll go back to the top of the order with Austin Martin and Chavez Young. Now, I did see James MacArthur run down to the bullpen at the half. Don't see anybody warming up, as Leverett has done a really solid job so far today. Just 2 runs on 5 hits as he works the 5th. And I'll start things off with Reggie Pruitt. Sends up a first pitch strike. Again, the righty deals again, just a little bit outside. Coming set, and he comes home way inside as Pruitt has to bounce back. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Called strike on the outside corner, and Leverett makes it 2-2 here. Leverett has really come to in the starter role late this season. As in prior years and earlier this year was also part of the Fightin's piggyback system, spending half the time as a starter and half the time as a reliever, but lately really filled in that starter role. A line drive out to left, trying to get it on the hop is Kroon, but he bodies it and keeps it in front of him, and it'll just be a base hit for Pruitt to start off the bottom of the 5th, Kroon tried to keep him from getting extra bases and does so. And now with the runner on first, a dangerous hit in the lineup. Austin Martin comes up to bat, 2 for 2 today. Both runs he has put up on the board for the Fisher Cats as they lead by 2 here midway through the ball game. And Leverett is going to check on Pruitt over at first. He'll have to dive head first back. Miller is holding Pruitt on at first. Though Leverett has his back to him, he looks down. This time he'll come home upstairs to Austin Martin. The scouting report on Martin is that he has a really good feel for the barrel of his bat. His swing is pretty effortless, and he can control the entire strike zone, which we've seen tonight as he can put the ball over all parts of the field. Growing as Pruitt, here's the throw by Fitch. It's sent way into the outfield as he airmails it past Stokes at second. And so heading to third is going to be Pruitt, and they're going to make that an E2. As Fitch will take the error that sends Pruitt to third base. And so now the Fisher Cats have a runner on third with nobody out. And of course, that was a ball to Austin Martin. There is somebody warming up in the Fisher Cats bullpen. And once again, we do see someone watching the catcher. It's interesting that they let them stand on the field like that. They're not in fair territory, but they're still on the grass field. Just a couple steps to, the right field line. Obviously need to protect the catcher who has his back to the plate. But interesting if a ball is sliced up that direction, fair. Leverett missing outside. And the count now 2-2. With a runner on third, he comes set, he'll come home. The ball gets past Fitch, and Pruitt jogs home safely. That's the third run on the board for the Fisher Cats. They lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th, and there's nobody out. And I believe that'll be a wild pitch to Adam Leverett that allows that run to score. So that cleans up the base paths, though, and now he just has Austin Martin to focus on. And Martin has a full count now as Leverett goes for out number 1. Inside, and he walks him. So that'll put someone else on the base paths as Martin reaches for the 3rd time tonight. And here comes Chavez Young. Young steps into the lefty batter's box. A strikeout and a sacrifice fly to his name in today's contest. And he slices this one foul. Tyler Carr has started some warm-up throws in the Fightin's bullpen here in the bottom of the 5th. Leverett still looking for the first out of the inning. Time is called by Chavez as he steps out of the lefty batter's box. Leverett's going to check on the runner Martin, who dives back in time. Leverett checking on Martin yet again. And Young still with an 0-1 pitch. Leverett gets the sign from Fitch. Now he'll look down and once again go back over to first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. New Hampshire leads 3 runs on 6 hits. Reading no runs on 2 hits. They've made 1 error in the field. And now Leverett sends a ball home inside. A wild pitch. And he might have hit him there. Might say dead ball. And they do as Young tosses the bat. And he'll take first. So that will either way push Martin to second, and there's 2 on. And nobody out now as Fitch will come talk to Leverett for a minute. And Brad Bergeson is going to join them out there as he jogs out. Check around the league. Gene Segura just doubled to put the Phillies on top. 3-1 over the Braves here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lehigh Valley still with their 3-1 lead, although they do have the bases loaded, and Dalton Guthrie up at the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So we'll see if the former Fightin Guthrie is able to strike. He's been having an absolutely stellar time in Lehigh Valley, batting .343 for the team. Jersey Shore a 6-run lead over Winston-Salem. And Clearwater is in a rain delay right now at George Steinbrenner Field. Bergeson heading back into the dugout now as we'll resume this game as Otto Lopez comes up to the plate. Martin on second and Young on first. There are no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And despite all of this, it kind of feels like perhaps there's more than a 3-run lead. A wild pitch is going to send Martin to third and Young to second as Leverett struggling with command right now. And Fitch not able to dive and stop the balls from heading all the way to the backstop. So both runners move into scoring position now, and that's a ball to Otto Lopez, so he's got a 1-0 count. Lopez batting .340 for the team. Only one in the lineup with a batting average over 300, and he has got 85 hits on the season. That is a league high. Martin on third, Young on second. The 1-1 count coming in. It is lined deep to left field. Kroon is going to have to play it off the wall as 2 runs score. And Lopez is headed to second. He's going to stop there with a 2 RBI double as the Fisher Cats lead by 5 now. And that will be the end of the day for Leverett as manager Sean Williams comes out. He's going to take the ball away from his starter, and we're going to take a short break as we see who comes out to pitch.
Baseball Town Charities is a non-profit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading, so youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game teaches. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities throughout the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charity also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, Adam Leverett's day is done as he hands the ball over to Tyler Carr here to try to get out of the 5th inning. There are still no outs on the board, and there is a runner on second, Otto Lopez. He belongs to Leverett. And Tyler Carr will go after LJ Talley. Talley takes the first pitch strike. Carr looks back at the runner on second. Now he'll come home. Talley sends one high in the sky. Coming in is Kroon. Back is Tatum. And it's Tatum who makes the catch behind third base in shallow left field for out number 1. Lopez has to stay on second. Lopez had that 2 RBI double. That made it 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But Carr getting out number 1 now. Here's Kevin Vicuña. Vicuña was the Fisher Cat who walked it off for New Hampshire last night in the bottom of the 9th. That was New Hampshire's 3rd walk-off of the season. And they capped off a 4-run rally in the bottom of the 9th as this one sent into right field. Coming in is Kumana. Tagging is Lopez. Here's the throw, and they don't throw it all the way to third base. So that's out number 2, although Lopez shifts to third. And 2 outs here for Carr as he tries to get the job done for Reading. Here's Rodrigo Vigil. Carr has inherited 6 runners this season, and none of them have crossed home plate. So we'll see if he can keep that scoreless statistic in the clear. As he kicks and fires to Vigil, swinging strike. Fightin's trail 5 runs on 7 hits from New Hampshire. They only have 2 hits to their name on the board as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Carr kicks and fires outside. Good block there by Fitch. The righty steps on the first base side of the rubber. And coming home in the dirt again is Carr. Runner on third, but 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 5th, as Carr was called upon to try to end this half inning. Here's the 2-1. A blooper to right field coming in, and a basket catch Kumana. That's out number 3. So Tyler Carr comes in relief and gets the job done. He does not allow his inherited runner to score here, and he ends the 5th inning by getting all 3 outs. As we go into the top of the 6th, the Fightins now trail by 5.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Well, the starter on the other side's day is done as Casey Lawrence comes out of the game. He'll hand the ball over to Brody Rodnig. And his first batter is going to be Matt Kroon. Now, Kroon has one of the 2 hits on the day for the Fightins as they now trail by 5 here going into the top of the 6th. Rodning sends 1 ball and 1 strike to Kroon. Kroon and Gamboa both have doubles to their name here in today's contest. This is Kroon's just 2nd time up today. Chases a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Here's the offering by the lefty. It's outside. Rodning, one of those guys that bats right and throws left, out of Minnesota. Drafted in the 13th round back in 2017 out of Minnesota State. And he sends a ball downstairs to Kroon, so now it's a full count. Tyler Carr came in for relief to get the Fightin' Phils out of the bottom of the 5th, and now we do see someone else warming up in the Fightin's bullpen. So they might have just gotten that one outing of relief from Carr, though extremely successful, as he inherited one runner and did not allow him to score. On the payoff pitch, Kroon fouls this one off of the roof, and it lands back on the field. And some bullpen guys for the Fisher Cats have to track it down. So Kroon will have to go again. Top of the 6th here. And Rodning delivers. The payoff pitch, a slow roller up to third. It's Vicuña across the diamond, out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go with Archimedes Gamboa heading up to the plate. And Gamboa is going to bat out of the righty batter's box against the lefty, Rodning. Lots of Fisher Cats fans still in the stadium, assuming there's post-game fireworks tonight. A nice show put on by New Hampshire last night. As Gamboa takes a called strike at the knees, it's 1-1. Coming home on the first base side of the rubber, Gamboa chases a 93-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs for strike number 2. And he'll hold off on a pitch in the inside corner, 2-2. Gamboa, a solid day at the plate yesterday. 2 hits and a walk as he loops this one up the third baseline foul. And he'll stay 2-2. 1 out on the board here in the top of the 6th inning. And the Fightins trail by 5 runs in game number 4 here at Delta Dental Stadium. Tomorrow night's contest, a 7:05 start, and then Sunday, 1:35 for a matinee day in New Hampshire. And then Reading returns home for 6 games against the Somerset Patriots. Up and away, the offering by Rodning, and now the count is full here to Archimedes Gamboa. Wynn still pushing left to right here. The lefty delivers. Gamboa, a liner up the middle that sails over the head of Lopez and into the outfield. And a 2-hit day for Archimedes as he ends up on first here in the top of the 6th with 1 away. And now here's Bryson Stott. Stott will bat from the left side now to face the lefty Rodning. He looks at the runner, but instead he's going to come home and miss outside to Stott. Some bugs here flying around in the sky at New Hampshire. Not as bad as we saw in Harrisburg, but it is situated right on the river. It's actually, let me try to think, I guess behind the home plate, behind the field, not behind the field, the outfield is the river. So we do see some bugs as the sun starts to set, but not like the mayflies that we've seen in Harrisburg. 2 balls and no strikes here. And Rodnick comes home, misses again, outside to Stott. Gamboa out on first. There's just one out here in the top of the 6th, although Stott here with a 3-0 count is looking to get something started for Reading. Rodnick sets up, glove at the chest, he'll kick and fire home downstairs, and Stott thinks that's ball 4, but it's a called strike from Carleone, and he's stuck at the plate for another pitch. The 3-1 count comes in. Stott rips it foul into the Blue Jays affiliate dugout, and it's a full count once again by Rodnick. He's going to check on the runner, Gamboa, though his first baseman, Talley, is not even standing on first, so Gamboa just takes 2 steps to get back. And 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Bryson Stott. We'll see if Rodnick comes home, and he does this time. Stott fouls it back on the roof. And Rodnick has worked a 3-0 count to full. Here's the payoff pitch once again. Stott gets it with the tip of his bat. Ranging over is Vicuña at third. He tries to make a nice play with the glove to second, and he does. So he'll get the leadoff runner in Gamboa as Stott reaches on a fielder's choice. Nice flip of the glove by the third baseman. And now with 2 outs and a runner on first, here's Madison Stokes. Chopper left side. Martin is going to go for the easy out at second. Another force out. They get the lead runner in Stott, and that'll end the top of the 6th inning. Reading still trails by 5 as we go into the bottom half, and we'll see who they call upon to pitch.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans.
And provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Tyler Carr hands the ball over to James MacArthur here for the bottom of the 6th inning. And I did think that we would see James MacArthur today. He'll face Demi Ormamolier, who is 0 for 2 on the evening. As the Fightins trail by 5, they'll get a ground ball coming over. Stott on the run behind second. He'll pick it up and send it over to first. An easy out on one pitch. Nick Podko now coming up to bat. Before his injury, he was batting .179 on the season with 15 hits and 15 RBIs. 9 of those hits were for extra bases, and he did have 1 stolen base on the season. Oh for 2 today, and I'll take a first pitch ball from MacArthur, but a second pitch swinging strike. In his last outing, MacArthur 1 2/3 innings of work, 5 hits, and 3 earned runs. And he is on, or was on, a pitch limit last outing. And we'll see how long they let him go as he is returning from injury. I wouldn't imagine more than just 1, but maybe they'll push him to 2 today. As on the 3-0, Podkul sends this one deep to center, but backing up a couple steps is Archimedes Gamboa, and that's out number 2. Reggie Pruitt now stepping up. He had an interesting outing back in the 5th. Reached on a base hit, moved over all the way to third on an error by the catcher Colby Fitch, and then ended up scoring on a wild pitch that started a 3-run 5th inning for the Fisher Cats. But now he'll come up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and MacArthur, who seems to have a pretty good handle on this, will get him a called strike, although Pruitt showing signs of bunt here. MacArthur just 6 pitches so far. Will get a swinging strike out of Pruitt. He'll chase a ball in the dirt, and he looks a little frustrated as he's down to an 0-2 count. And here's the offering by MacArthur, a swinging strike 3. It'll be a drop third strike. Fitch down to first, and that's a quick and easy out for James MacArthur as he does it on 8 pitches, a 1-2-3 inning, and down go the Fisher Cats, and he'll send his team right back to bat in the top of the 7th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Grenny Kumana is going to lead us off here in the top of the 7th inning. The Fightins trail by 5 as we get into the back part of this ball game, and we do have a new pitcher on the mound as Rodning just gets 1 inning of work. He'll hand the ball over to Emerson Jimenez, who we have already seen once in the series back on Tuesday. Kumana takes a strike and a ball. Jimenez pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs to your Fightin' Phils on Tuesday night. And we'll see how the lefty fares tonight as Kumana holds off on a pitch outside. Two balls, 1 strike. MacArthur had a really solid 1-2-3 to get his team out of the 6th, and I think we'll see him again for the bottom of the 7th as there is no one warming up for the Fightins. Kumana takes another one downstairs, and he's worked a 3-1 count right now. The 3-1 coming in. It's low, and Kumana's going to take ball 4 as he heads down to first. The Fightins start off the inning with a runner on first. They haven't done that since the first inning, and they haven't plated a run yet, so this will be a nice opportunity as they have a base runner and nobody out for Rodolfo Duran. Another ball coming in from Jimenez. And something's going on now as the catcher comes out and the third baseman Vicuña to discuss the plan as he's thrown 5 straight balls now. And it seems like they're on the same page as the heel heads back behind the plate, and Duran steps into the righty batter's box. Baseball under the lights here in Manchester, New Hampshire, as the sun has officially set beyond Delta Dental Stadium. And the offering by Jimenez will get in there on the outside corner for a called strike. And the catcher, Veal, says, "That's what I mean." The lefty deals downstairs, and it's 2-1. Reading no runs on 3 hits. They've made 1 error in the field. New Hampshire, 5 runs on 7 hits. And we're in the top of the 7th inning. The lefty sets up, glove at the waist, he'll kick and fire home. Duran sends one up the third baseline, foul, fielded by Sean Williams in the coach's box. He'll send it to a fan in the stands. Really picked out a specific fan. And a 2-2 count here now to Duran with a runner on first. Takes it offering downstairs, and the count is full. Still going with that open stance he is, and a better way to describe it is that his left foot is farther away from home plate than his right one is. I think that might make a little more sense to the listeners. So then when he takes a step, he brings it closer to the plate, though this time doesn't take a swing as it's ball number 4, and back-to-back walks from Jimenez puts 2 runners on and nobody out for McCarthy Tatum. And this pitching change could be a big opportunity for Reading to get on the board right now, as Tatum comes on with 2 runners on and nobody out. He's 0 for 2 today. The first offering to Tatum outside. Nice block by Veal behind the plate. And Tatum settles back in to that righty batter's box. Now he has 7 home runs in the season. All of those home runs were hit at parks on the road, which I find to be interesting because First Energy Stadium is a hitter's park. Now, as we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Jim Sikowski, as Tatum takes another ball 2-0. Usually I feel like you'd see those home runs at your own ballpark, but Tatum has been extremely successful on the road. And so we'll see if he can capitalize on this ballpark here at the road. An entire infield visit to the mound as Sikowski calls everyone in to discuss the plans. With 2 runners on and 2 balls here to McCarthy Tatum, the Fightins have put themselves in a good position now. Bryce Harper stole home to give the Phillies a 4-1 lead over the Braves in the 5th. You don't often see a steal that requires taking home, but Bryce Harper has done it at Citizens Bank Park. And the Phillies lead by 3. Tatum takes a called strike on the outside part of the plate, the 2-1. He'll send a high pop-up. It's going to come out of the field of play into the stands, bounces off the dugout, and some fans go for it in the stands. They fail to catch it. And the count now 2-2. Tatum fouls another one back, this one near the press box, but it'll hit the roof. And remain 2-2. The opening ceremony of the 2020 or 2021 Tokyo Olympics happening last night. Got to catch the end of it when I came home from the ball game, and the games have begun. As this pitch gets away from the catcher Vigil, and both runners advance on a wild pitch from Jimenez. So that'll shift Kumana to third and Durant to second, and the Fightins have a solid chance here with McCarthy Tatum up at the plate, a full count. Obviously, they've got first base open here. And there is someone warming up in the bullpen for New Hampshire. Yesterday, we saw the Fisher Cats rally back to take the lead and win the game. Quite possible we see the Fightins do the same, though they are down by 5. Still a lot of baseball left. Jimenez with the payoff pitch. Tatum will chase and strike out swinging for out number 1. Well, with 2 on in scoring position and 1 away, here's Colby Fitch. He's 0 for 2 today. The first offering to Fitch, a liner right into the glove of Talley at first. He was right there to make the catch. That was hard hit by Colby Fitch, just unlucky where the first baseman was standing. And they weren't able to double up anyone, but that's 2 outs now for Luke Miller. Miller has struck out swinging twice today, and the Fightins now with 2 runners in scoring position have not sent anyone across the plate. And they need to capitalize on this opportunity here in the top of the 7th. The first offering, another wild pitch, but Vigil somehow keeps it in front of him. It bounces up and down. He kind of bodies it and keeps it in front of him. Kumana, though, jumpy on third, was definitely ready to come home if he can. A great play, though, by the catcher. To not let any runs come across. Swing and a miss there by Luke Miller, and it's 1-1. The lefty Jimenez gave up back-to-back walks to start this inning. Now he has 2 strikes on Luke Miller as he chases a 94-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. And he's trying to get out of this inning without any damage across. But we'll see if Luke Miller has anything to say about that. Just low. And the count evens 2-2. Jimenez looks over at Kumana on third. Now will come home with the 2-2. Miller chases and strikes out swinging. And the drop third strike is sent to first base. That's his 3rd K of the day. And the Fightins fail to score with 2 back-to-back walks to start off the 7th. And as we head into the bottom half, Reading trails by 5.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Well, James MacArthur comes out for another inning of work after sitting down the Fisher Cats 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we'll see what he could do in the bottom of the 7th. The Fightins had an opportunity to score in the top half, but they failed to score, and it is still 5-0 here at Delta Dental Stadium. 2 balls coming into Austin Martin, as MacArthur has to go through the heart of the order here if he wants to shut down the Fisher Cats. He's going to get a called strike against Martin, who has reached all 3 times today, a single, a triple, and a walk. And has not headed back to the dugout at all, as he scored on all 3 times on the base paths. And he'll take a ball. It is 3-1. And that's ball 4 as Fitch tries to frame it behind the plate, but doesn't get the call he's looking for. And once again, Austin Martin trots down to first on a free ticket to the base. Here's Chavez Young now with the runner on and nobody out. Young fouls off the first pitch he sees, and that's 0-1. The righty MacArthur deals outside. Some light stretching going on in Reading's bullpen. And don't see any action happening for the Fisher Cats now. They did have someone warming up during Jimenez's inning, but he was able to get the job done and not allow any runs across. So we'll see if we see him in the 8th. MacArthur coming home. A big swing and a miss by Young that sends him running. So much power into that, but didn't make any contact with the ball. He falls behind 1-2. Austin Martin out on first with nobody out right now. MacArthur gets the sign from Fitch. Now he comes home. Iced up into the Fightin's dugout. A good play by the first base coach, Luis Martinez, as he gets it off the netting as it falls into the dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another foul ball, this time angled more towards the field of play, but still hits the stands. And Young is battling now, but still has a 1-2 count. Wind starting to pick up now as it's coming in from center field, a big shift. You could feel it blowing into the broadcast booth, and on the 1-2, a ball is crushed deep to center field, but backtracking is Gamboa. He's going to make the catch a couple steps in front of the warning track, and that is out number 1 for James MacArthur. And he'll face off against Otto Lopez now with a runner on first and 1 away. Lopez had that big double in the 5th that scored 2 runs for the Fisher Cats. And this one sent deep to left center field. Coming over on the run is Gamboa. That's the second time he's covered a lot of ground to catch that ball in left center and made a really big play, as there's 2 outs now for Reading. And Martin's forced to stay on first. Here's LJ Talley. He's had a 2-hit day as well. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Delta Dental Stadium. Reading trails by 5 to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. MacArthur kicks and fires his first offering to Talley. He's a little low for a ball. Chopper into the dugout, foul. 1-1. Martin still out on first, but there are 2 outs now for James MacArthur. And he gets a swinging strike out of Talley. He's down 1-2. MacArthur looking for another clean inning of work as he tries to keep his Fightin' Phils in the ballgame. The 1-2 grounded back up the middle, deflected a little bit by MacArthur, but Stott picks it up and will make the easy out at second, and that'll do it for the end of the 7th inning. As we head into the 8th, the Fightins still trail by 5.
The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Wednesday, July 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $19.30 per hour, including premiums. Potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Wednesday, July 14th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia,
and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Jimenez hands the ball over to John Harris here for the top of the 8th inning. And Matt Kroon is going to lead us off. Has a double to his name, the first offering right down the middle for a called strike. Reading just 3 hits so far in today's game, and they have failed to score. As we get into the final 2 innings of this ball game, Kroon sends a foul into the stands, and he's down 0-2. Jimenez allowed 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in 1 inning of work. Did that on 24 pitches, but he didn't allow any runs to score as Kroon sends one deep in the hole at short. A great play by Martin, and he sends it over to first. Talley able to hold his right foot on and reach for the ball, and he'll make the out near Luis Martinez, arguing with Jude Corey over at first, but the call stands that Kroon is out. A great play by the shortstop and the first baseman for that stretch. And there's out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Here's Archimedes Gamboa as we go back to the top of the order. He has the other 2 hits in today's game. Takes a first pitch ball and chases a changeup downstairs. It's 1-1. This one low. Gamboa holds off. It's 2-1. Wind really pushing in from center field right now, as it's turned into a cool night here at the ballpark. Harris sends another ball downstairs. Gamboa with a 3-1 count. And the 3-1 sent outside. So Gamboa is going to head to first for the 3rd time today. He'll reach on a walk here in the top of the 8th with just 1 out. Here's Bryson Stott. Stott heads up to face the righty Harris. And he sends a blooper back to second base. Lopez, tracking back, is able to make the catch on the outfield grass edge. A quick out number 2 as Stott is sent back to the dugout, and out comes Madison Stokes. Interested to see if James MacArthur comes out for another inning of work. Hasn't pitched more than an inning and 2/3 since his injury. Today has very clean 2. And there doesn't seem to be anybody warming up, so we'll see if they can get him through a third as Stokes chases a pitch in the dirt. It's 0-1. 2 outs, though. Archimedes Gamboa is over at first. Stokes once again chases a pitch, 0-2. Takes a second to compose himself, walks around outside of the batter's box. And will chase strike 3 as he flips his bat in frustration. The Fisher Cats will throw it around the horn, and the Fightins fail to get a hit in the top of the 8th, and they'll send it to James MacArthur once again for the bottom half.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, here we go into the bottom of the 8th, and Reading calls upon James MacArthur once again. He'll take on Vicuña, Vigil, and Oramole. And he sends in a ball to Vicuña. Had an excellent 6th and 7, just allowed a walk. But nothing more to it than that. And we'll see how he fares for his 3rd inning of work. This ball sent to center field. Gamboa taking a couple steps back. He'll make the catch for out number 1. The Fightins relievers have not allowed a hit since Leverett allowed that double to Lopez in the 5th. Tyler Carr came in. He got those 3 successive outs. And James MacArthur has been absolutely stellar ever since. Here's Vahil now. Infield backs up. It goes right to Stott at short. He makes the catch, and that is out number 2. A foul ball off the bat of Ormolier. And MacArthur looking for another clean inning of work. Logan Landon takes over defensively for Gamboa out in center field. Back to start the inning. This one lined out to left, but Kroon is there to make the catch. And another solid outing for MacArthur. 1, 2, 3, and he does it on very limited pitches as well. Just 30 pitches to get through 3 innings. What more could the Fightins ask out of their relievers today? And as we go into the top of the 9th, this will be the Fightins' last opportunity to score.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
A call to the bullpen here for the top of the 9th as Will McCaffer comes out to face the Fightin' Phils here. Their last opportunity to score as they trail by 5. It'll be Grenny Kumana, Rodolfo Duran, and then McCarthy Tatum. MacArthur just finished up 3 great innings of work. The relievers really shined in this ball game. The offense a little bit lackluster tonight, but that all could change as Granny Kumana, a base hit to left. It'll drop in front of Young, and he'll start off the top of the 9th with a single. And obviously, the Fisher Cats rallied to score and walk it off in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. Obviously, definitely could happen for the Fightins tonight if they were able to turn on the gas pedal here as we wind down this ball game. It'll be Rodolfo Duran with a runner on and nobody out. Duran takes a pitch outside. Hit a walk in his last at-bat. The Fightins 4 hits and 1 error in the field. The Fisher Cats 5 runs on 7 hits. And Duran will take a called strike. The count evens at 1. Kumana had to hit to the board for the Fightins. They had just 3 hits so far, 2 off Gamboa and a double from Matt Kroon. And coming home is McCaffrey. It's in the dirt. A nice block by Vahil to keep it in front of him. And so Kumana's going to have to stay at first. Here's the 2-1 offering to Duran. It's a ball outside. And it's 3-1 here as the Fightins looking to capitalize on the pitching change, as Harris just gets 1 inning of work. Runner on first, nobody out. McCaffrey sets up with his glove at his face, and it's ball number 4 to Duran as he heads down to first on a free pass for the 2nd time today. That'll push Kumana to 2nd, and the Fightins are starting to rally here in the top of the 9th at Delta Dental Stadium. They're down by 5, but they've got 2 on and nobody out. Here's McCarthy Tatum. Called strike to Tatum to start this off. He's 0 for 3 today. And he fouls this one back off of Vihil's head behind the plate. He's got one of those hockey masks on, and he nods to the home plate umpire, Carleon, that he's okay. That was a tough piece to take. He checks out his helmet. Seemingly no problem as he puts it back on. And Tatum's down to 0-2. Runner on first and second, nobody out. Tatum sends this one sky high. It's going to stay in the infield as the third baseman Vicuña's all over it. That's out number 1, and the runners have to stay put. Here's Colby Fitch now with 2 on and 1 away. Fitch has looked solid at the plate since returning from injury. Obviously, yesterday, 3 walks and a double. If the Fightins don't tie it up here in the top of the ninth, we won't have to get into the bottom half as the Fisher Cats are home in this ball game. A ball down low and Fitch is up 2-0. Obviously an open base for McCaffer, but tough to load the bases here in the top of the ninth. The 2-0 downstairs. It is 3-0 as Fitch, extremely patient, is waiting for the offering that he can do damage with and hasn't seen anything just yet. And on 4 balls, Colby Fitch heads down to first. And the Fightins have the bases loaded with 1 away. We saw this happen yesterday against us. And we'll see what the Fightins can do now as they send Luke Miller up to the plate. And we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Jim Sikowski. Now with the entrance of Logan Landon out to center field defensively in that last half, that scratches him from the bench. They've got Jack Conley back there if he were to be called upon to come out. But that's it. No one else on the bench, as Duran is the designated hitter tonight. Of course, they could go with someone like Jack Perkins. Crazier things have happened. But anyway, the mound visit breaks up as the entire infield heads back to their defensive positions. Grenny Kumana's out on third, Rodolfo Duran at second, and Colby Fitch at first. It's Luke Miller at the plate with 1 away here in the top of the ninth. And he's 0 for 3, all swinging strikeouts this evening. And he takes a first pitch ball. Infield is playing back deep here. They've got a 5-run lead to work with. And the Reading Fightin' Phils are working on trying not to get shut out. And then coming back as Miller takes a called strike at the knees. Rogue baseball enters the field of play. First base coach Nair Luis Martinez picks it up and tosses it back into the Fisher Cats dugout. Miller steps back into the righty batter's box with the bases loaded, 1 away. Here's the 1-1 offering. He'll get a base knock into the gap on the left side of the field. Coming around and scoring is Grenny Kumana. And the score is now 5-1 here, as the Fightins will not be shut out tonight. And Miller gets his first hit of the night in a very important moment. The tying run is Matt Kroon as he heads up to the plate right now. And the Fightins still have the bases loaded with 1 away. And there will be a meeting at the mound as there is going to be a pitching change as they take out McCaffer. And we're going to take a short break as we find out who this call to the bullpen is here in the top of the ninth.
The Blue Marsh Insurance Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks, in a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view for the visiting bullpen. Regular game tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group. When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phil's front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. The Helping Company is a proud naming rights sponsor for the Hall of Famer Stadium area at First Energy Stadium, and a presenting naming sponsor of 5 firework nights this season. The Helping Company is a locally owned family business with over 20 years of experience, offering free roof inspections and storm damage repairs, plus so much more. Give them a call today at 610-234-2210 for your roofing needs, or visit their website 24/7 at thcexteriors.com. The Helping Company, your local roofing specialist.
Well, Matt Kroon comes up here with the bases loaded in an impossible spot in his first game back. He's being called up from Jersey Shore rehabbing for injury. A call to the bullpen. Here for the bottom of the ninth, a wild pitch, and Rodolfo Duran is going to hold up on third. Interesting choice there as Kroon takes the first pitch ball. McCaffer hands the ball over to Kyle Johnston, who we saw yesterday when one inning of work and recorded the win in the ball game yesterday. Only had a strikeout and was clean across the board for the Fisher Cats. Kroon takes a called strike outside. Bases are loaded still for the Fightin' Phils here in the top of the ninth inning. There's only one out on the board. They've already scored a run thanks to Luke Miller's RBI single, so they will not be shut out tonight. Miller takes a pitch in the dirt. He holds off 2-1. There's no place to put a batter now as the bases are loaded. And Kroon is up now with a 2-1 count. Takes a ball outside. Johnson is in a position to walk in a run now. That run would track back to McCaffer. Three and one here as Johnson sends a ball down to Matt Kroon, and he's going to walk in a run as Duran trots across the plate. It is 5-2 here in the bottom of the ninth, and now the tying run has reached first, and the winning run in Archimedes Gamboa is up at the plate. Gamboa now with the bases loaded. First pitch fouled back. 0-1. Colby Fitch over at third. Luke Miller at second, and Matt Kroon at first now as Gamboa takes a ball downstairs. It's Logan Landon who's on deck for the Fightin' Phils after the defensive switches in the bottom of the 8th inning when he came out in center field. That shifted Gamboa to short, and the offering comes downstairs. It's a called strike, 1-2. Gamboa already a 2-hit day and a walk to his name. And there will be someone starting to loosen in the Fightin's bullpen if need be for the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the 1-2. Gamboa, a slow roller up to third. They're going to try to turn 2. It's going to get away, and coming home was Fitch, and also is Miller. So it'll be 5-4 now as the Fightins have scored 4. We'll see if they give that an error to the second baseman, Lopez. They do get out number 2 on the force out with Kroon, but Gamboa is safe at first. And I'm just going to have to wait to see how they score that. But the tying run for Reading is over at first. And the winning run in Logan Landon is up at the plate. And I guess that'll just go in as a fielder's choice. The Fightins have put on a show here in the top of the 9th. 4 runs have already crossed the plate. There are 2 outs on the board now, and Logan Landon takes a called strike. They've got to tie up this ball game if they want it to keep going, as the Fisher Cats will bat in the bottom half. The pitch misses by Johnston, and it's 1-1. Landon checks his swing, but he doesn't go around on a fastball upstairs. 96 off the hands of Johnston, and it's a 2-1 count. And Landon takes a called strike at the knees. Now the Fisher Cats are 1 strike away from ending this ball game. But not if Logan Landon has something to say about it. Gamboa on first, 2 outs. Reading trails by 1 run here in the top of the 9th inning. Johnston deals way outside and in the dirt. A good block by Vahil. Gamboa first to stay on first, but it is a full count now to Logan Landon, and then Madison Stokes is on deck, the only batter to not come up here in the top of the 9th. The full count offering a called strike to Logan Landon, and he slams his bat down, thought it was inside, and the game is over. A late inning rally by the Fightin' Phils is not enough as they drop this ball game 5-4, but nice to see some offensive action coming in at the back end of the game, and obviously Tyler Carr and James MacArthur shined in relief. The Fightins drop game number 4, 5-4. Here at Delta Dental Stadium, the series is tied 2-2, and we'll go to game number 5 tomorrow, 7:05, start here at First Energy Stadium.
The Blue Martians